on, let's go outside. Let's take a walk in the sun. There are things to learn and things to see. A big wide world for you, your dog, and me. Dog Talk. I would love to introduce you to this opening of our Dog Talk show, to Yesenia Ramirez. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And welcome to Dog Talk. You have been a friend of mine for quite a while, and I am so proud of you. You came to this country how many years ago?
16 years ago.
16 years ago. And you are now a citizen?
Yes.
Went through the whole 9 yards, as they say, and did it. I am so proud for that. And this dog is Fluffy. Fluffy, are you a Shih Tzu? Is that what you are? Yes, because you are so good. Now, does this dog speak 2 languages?
Yes.
So she does understand. And I find that fascinating because people who come to this country from other countries, their dogs generally do. I have some German friends that when they say Platz, that dog is down. You know, I mean, it's really, really interesting. So it just shows that dogs can assimilate a few words that way. They can learn a few of those words. English, Spanish, German, French, whatever it is. So you are from, tell me what country you're from.
From Mexico.
You're from Mexico. And what city, certain city?
Es Calvillo, Aguascalientes.
Okay, I can't pronounce it, but I understand what you're saying. So, when you came to this country now, did you ever think about getting a dog?
No.
Why is that?
I wasn't ready, but I am now.
Uh-huh. And I know that you are a single mother with 3 children.
Yes.
And you do so well in supporting them, and having gone to so many different schools and different places. You have your kids at the Y, they take swimming lessons. They are so well adjusted. I know them, and they are just beautiful and wonderful kids. So then let me ask you, in your country, is the culture different?
It is different. They mostly keep the dogs outside.
Uh-huh. And that is why?
They just keep them outside.
Yeah, they don't have the same connection with them that we do in this country. So what would you tell folks in the other country?
That it's really good to have a pet. It can teach the kids compassion and responsibility.
Absolutely, beautifully said. Yes. So, and that's the whole key, responsibility, because these little animals are so dependent on us, aren't they? And these are pests. These are domesticated pets, which we have brought into our homes, into our families, and they just bring us such joy. And I am so pleased that you came on today. So this is the thing that I want to stress, and I'm going to have more people from other countries on the show just to talk about what it is in their country, how they deal with the animals and pets, and you know, and if there is a difference, because I know that there is. They probably think, oh, crazy Americans, they're so into pets. But we definitely are. Crazy or not, it is what we are and what we do. I have a $100 gift certificate for you from A1 Pet Emporium to take and buy Fluffy some really neat things. And I've got a bunch of gifts and a bunch of treats for Fluffy that I think she will enjoy. And thank you so much for coming on the show. We're going to take a quick break, folks, and we'll be right back.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
2 of my friends are here whom I have known for a good while. Wes Lane, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
And his mom, Bobby Burridge Lane, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's good to see you. And of course, these people have always been dog people. Wes's wife, Lori, another very good friend of mine, is also into dogs. And you know, it is important for me to stress to people that everybody from every walk of life is involved with a dog. It is our legacy in this country. It is what we do, as I say, and who we are. And I would love to know all about this little dog. Now, will this dog come to me, you think?
he would normally, if he weren't so frightened.
Frightened? Are you frightened, baby? Come here and let me see.
Normally
this,
he'd be all over you.
I think he is all over me. But I wanted him to get a look at this face and this beautiful tail. And this dog says, it ain't the tail. I'm the prize over here.
That's right.
This is an Italian greyhound.
That's right.
And we know how ethereal they are.
Yeah, it's all about me.
It is all, that's exactly right. Now he says, I'm going to get back over here to Mom. I wanted them to see this beautiful face. Is this a sweet face? Yes, he says,
That's a
and I
little
miss my
urchin.
mom.
Yes, that's a,
I'm going to let him go back over here. He is more comfortable with you.
all right.
Now, Lola may not like me, you both calling her a him.
That's did we?
I'm just, somebody had to speak up for me.
believe I'm
Oh, exactly.
I've been in your house for how many years, you
Oh
know?
my
Well,
gosh.
had I known her name was Lola, there you go. So tell me about Lola.
Well, one evening a man was coming out of a karate place where he'd been practicing about 11 o'clock in the evening, and he heard this little bitty ferocious bark, and a little bitty dog puppy came running out from underneath a car and was saying to him, "Get out of here, you're in my space, get out of here." So knowing he was a baby, he grabbed him and took him the next day to the Oklahoma City Golf and Country Club where his girlfriend worked to see if find a home for
Find
him.
a home.
And when I walked in that day to work out, she was laying underneath the reception table on a pad. That was the end of that subject. End
Oh,
of that
Bobby, that
subject.
sounds like me.
Oh my gosh. And we had, my daughter started right off raising her because I was singing on the Dallas Follies and I was having to leave the next day. So she was so little that my daughter could give her a bath under the kitchen faucet, holding her like this.
Oh, I'll be darned.
But this one, she is in love with. You should see
I
her
think this dog
around
would
him.
love everybody. You know what, folks? We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. I haven't finished talking with these people. Here's a quick tip for helping your dogs maintain a normal body temperature throughout the summer season. Provide cool water pools for them to hop into. Plastic baby pools are great. Also, new plastic cement mixing tubs are very inexpensive and sturdy. So I wanted to find out not just about Lola and this wonderful Bobby Burbage Lane, because Bobby, you know, has a son, Wes, who is, as I say, also into dogs. Now, this dog that you have is an IG. Love IGs. Of course, I love, and I think the IG loves you.
Yes, he's my buddy.
And I had ascertained when you came in that you had given him some lessons in training.
Yes, we're
and-
working. Yes, we're working on these things.
Well, they are
he's
high energy.
Yes, and he is really smart. And what's really bad is that he's also learned how to open up cabinets. He knows how to pull out the garbage drawer. He
Now,
is.
that is smart.
He is.
You got to admit that is smart.
Yes, he's very smart. And so we've been working on other
I
little
know
things.
it. And you know, I've been trying to encourage your wife to get them out here and to run in my park because this would really help them. Oh, you cute.
Yes,
I just
that's
had to
what-
go
that's a
nose to nose with you. And of course, they were wonderful in lure coursing and agility. They are so athletic, it's unbelievable.
Well, and he is a rescue dog.
Yes.
And this has been.
And so from where
he's-
did you rescue him?
You know, my wife has got one of her nurses is a part of a team, and she had asked them if you ever run across any rescue
Oh, how
Italian
super.
greyhounds, and so
How
sure
super.
enough, so we see this dog, and we had 4 of them already. And
I know.
So he comes over as a puppy, and they've nicknamed him. They've called him Beowulf. They were giving him all
Oh, and I
classic
love
roles.
his markings, if we can see him here.
Yes,
Oh, the markings are
yes.
beautiful
He
on
says
this
he's
little
quite
guy.
the handsome fellow, and he knows it.
Yes, he does.
And so anyway, so he jumps up on a sofa, and these 4 dogs are looking up at him, and he runs his little rear up against, and then just leaps out into the middle. I thought, I'm taking that dog. And that's my dog. Yep. And,
So that's it, he
and your
flies.
name is Wolf.
Exactly.
That's right.
He
So the
can
dogs were
fly.
just stunned. I couldn't believe you did that.
I love it. Good choice, my dear.
That's right.
So let's talk about your very generous donation to the Midwest City Animal Shelter. What motivated you to do this?
Seeing television, Linda Kavanaugh told about how they are overcrowded and we're putting to sleep all their, I hate to call them excess, dogs that didn't have room for, couldn't sleep at all, and so the next morning I just took care of that.
Yeah, you donated a very generous of $20,000 or something to have the spays and neuters that affected.
Yeah, what they
throughout
do,
there?
it's a program. We made it into a program with OK Humane, who is the one that spays and neuters all of their dogs. When they have a dog come in and it didn't spay or neuter, they immediately send it to OK Humane. And then they check that much off the 20,000, and when they reach the 20,000, they let me know, and then we re-embellish it.
Oh, good Lord!
So
It's in perpetuity.
Yes, and so
You didn't know about
Because we
that.
have all the money in the world. You know?
he's in charge after I'm gone.
Okay,
so he'll
all right.
find
Well,
out
you better
eventually.
pay attention here, sir.
I'm perked
She
up
has
there.
to keep his ears open to know what all.
I love it.
Oh, my
well,
goodness.
and this is the thing too, Bobby. In every shelter across our state, across the nation, it's so overcrowded.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
overcrowded,
terrible.
and it is impossible to rehome all of them. Some of them come in very ill. They have to be humanely euthanized. Some of them come in that we had discussed, that people will surrender, what we call surrendering their dogs if they get too old and can't afford or won't go to the distance of spaying or neutering, bring them in, and they are the next ones euthanized. You know, and it is a sad case, but then the healthy ones who are there, obviously. Now, most shelters and most rescues do spay and neuter. That's part of their procedure. So if you go to a rescue, folks, rescues get their dogs mainly from these shelters. The shelters will call them, or they stay in touch with the shelters. So dogs like Lola, dogs like this dog, you know, could wind up in a shelter for unknown reasons.
Yes.
But when they do come in, most of the rescues, especially the sighthound rescues, and those that are the mixed breeds, which is what Lola is, these rescues go and they take these dogs out of the shelters, they spay them and neuter them, they go up in their websites, so they rehome them,
Yes.
which is a blessing. But what you have done has been just outstanding.
Well,
And
what they had to promise me something, though.
Yes.
That they would never, ever, ever euthanize a dog or cat ever again at Midwest City.
so
because
are they going to
that's the-
become a no-kill shelter?
In effect, because of this given in perpetuity, because the reason why they put them to sleep, other than what you just mentioned, is because they don't have the money to pay for spaying and neutering, and that's why they were putting them to sleep.
Well, and
But they
there,
can
there
give
are
away.
yeah, there are definitely other reasons
Yes.
that are in it. But I would like for your son to read that I am giving you an award because you are my hero this year, and I would like for your son to read this to you.
Oh boy. Well, Dog Talk TV presents to Bobby Burbridge Lane the Dog Talk Hero Award 2015 with great appreciation for your outstanding, compassionate, and generous spirit. We honor you on behalf of the Oklahoma Pets who are in desperate need of the strength of your loving kindness. We congratulate your humanity.
Yes.
May I thank you for all you do.
Well,
Raise public awareness out the wazoo.
But and you know this is the thing. We in the media can do this. I can
Yes.
do this, but it takes
The
citizens
best.
like you, folks. This is a generous, compassionate thing that Bobby Burbridge Lane has done. It is not undoable for all of us out here. And when you consider it's everybody in this state, the millions of people who live here, if we contributed $1 a month, $1 a month,
Exactly.
we could handle all of this. So it's a matter of it never ends. You talk about in perpetuity. We will always, I never see an end to the animals being in shelters unless we convince people to spay and neuter, unless we convince people to be more responsible. Please do not take a dog if you cannot be responsible with that dog. Take it to make it a part of your family forever. Bobby, thank you so much.
Thank
Wes,
you so
give
much.
your sweet and
I
beautiful
will.
wife a
I
hug
will.
for me.
I will.
We thank you, thank you, thank you.
So you know what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
I have lived in my house over 60 years. It's our family home. I'm giving him the house so he'll take care of all the little animals. I have a bunch of
This is what you
feral
call a bait and
animals.
switch.
It is. If he'll take care of my little.
She's got like a dozen feral cats living
Okay,
there.
folks, we'll be back in just a minute. I may stay here all day. I'm enjoying this so much.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
One of the things that I am so proud of in the state of Oklahoma is the talent that we have here. Singers, dancers, authors, everybody in this state has some kind of talent. I really do believe that. Don't know whether it's in the DNA or maybe in the water, but it's true. And I have decided to feature on Dog Talk the artists who are local in our state who absolutely can do a fantastic job with animals, with pets. I'd like to have my first guest as artist, Sherry Brown Hicks. Judy, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And Ron, Judy, how are you?
Fine.
The interesting thing, not only is she an excellent artist, as you can see here, these three are my dogs. This is Ruby, Gypsy, and Barney. And I was fascinated with you years ago and your talent. And you have done my dogs for me, have given beautiful sketches, beautiful portraits. You know, you work in pastels and sometimes in oils. I am just amazed with your talents.
Thank you, Pat. I
It's
love
so
doing
true.
dogs.
And you brought a wonderful dog with us here. This is Rosie, who's taken a nap.
Yeah.
I would really prefer it if she were a little more relaxed, but then you go, you know, what the heck? The another astounding thing is that my two friends here were recently married. And I thought it was fascinating how it occurred. So tell me, how did you two wind up with each other? Tell me.
Well, we went on the internet.
On
I
the-
was scared to death because you never know. But we went on the internet and met on the internet, and it just
So which thing was it?
farmers only.
Farmers Only, which happened to be your bag.
Yes.
So, yeah, so Mr. Judy, you have a huge ranch. You are cattleman.
Yes.
You fly your own plane. Yes. So how many acres do you have in this farm?
About 8,500.
8,500 acres, I'll take it. Think what the dogs could do on that. I mean, so you have had quite a history yourself. And I am so impressed with you. And of course, the biggest impression comes from dating and marrying my friend. You've got a gooder, as they say.
Yes, I do.
Absolutely. Well, we are so pleased that you brought Rosie on, and Rosie is a little bit of a mix, but she is probably what, mostly
Red heeler.
red heeler,
Yeah.
because she's got the markings and everything, a little bit taller here, but what a sweet girl.
Yeah. They also call them Australian cattle dogs.
The cattle dogs,
Yeah.
exactly. That was
Yeah.
what I was going to say. She looked a little taller to me
Yeah.
there. But
There's something else in there.
yes, exactly. So I am going to present to Rosie a $100 gift certificate to
look at
A1 Pet Emporium before you guys fly out of town. It is in Edmond and very close
Thank
to
you,
us here.
Pat.
These are treats for her and toys that we hope she will enjoy.
Oh, boy.
And
Yep.
as I say, thank you for your talent. Thank you for what you do. You give us a legacy with our dogs, a remembrance, something we can't forget. When we lose these animals, these are here for us in perpetuity. And we thank you so very, very much. Ron, take care, fly carefully,
Thank
and
you, I
keep us
will.
in touch with what you guys are doing.
Okay.
We're going to
Will
take a
do.
quick break, and we'll be right back.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
We are always talking about fostering. Fostering is a kind of an attempt to take a dog to train and into your home without the responsibility of keeping the dog forever. As a matter of fact, most rescues will tell you that you cannot do that because they are always looking for people to take them into their homes, into their lives, pardon me, and into their families. And this little dog, Blaze, you might want to just take hold of her collar here. This is Blaze. And Blaze was a rescue dog. She says, oh, I'm loving that. And so she was a rescue dog. And my friend Nancy had called me and said, you know, we have found a rescue dog, and I've talked with Lori Jones, and we are going to try to find a foster home for this dog. As I say, every rescue, every large rescue has at least 100 to 500 fosters. They take these little animals, they do train them, they teach them the basics, because a lot of them have not had that kind of training. It is a great test for their temperament, how they get along with other dogs, with cats sometimes, and this sort of thing. So this is Ashley, how are you?
I'm good.
And you have taken this dog into your house, and this is Blaze, and she is beautiful. It looks to me like she's got some Springer in her and some Border Collie, maybe this kind of thing. So Nancy Haddock, you are a great twister agility lady. Will this dog make an agility dog?
This dog is an agility prospect to bar none. She's very comfortable on the equipment after just one time.
Wow.
But the really important thing is she's very focused on her person.
Yes, and that's so important. And of course, little dogs that are rescued like this, their history is an X factor. So we don't really know that much about what they have been through. So focusing on one person is difficult for most dogs because they don't trust. You have to gain their trust. This is why fosters are so very, very important, and we applaud you for taking her in. So then, absolutely, my favorite person in rescue in the whole world. How are you, my dear?
I'm fine, Pat.
This is
Thank
Lori
you so
Jones,
much.
and she has Haven of Hope. So you and Nancy got together and found a foster.
Yes, well, Nancy found the foster. We talked on the phone about this beautiful girl, and when Nancy described her to me, she was in a shelter and she was doing very poorly. And a lot of the trouble with high energy dogs being in a shelter is they don't get that stimulation and they don't get the one-on-one attention that they need, and it starts to disturb them psychologically. So when Nancy talked to me about her and described her, we both felt very strongly that she would be a very good candidate for
absolutely.
a wonderful
agility dog or something like that.
Dog,
Yeah, and my friend Melvin from SAR would tell you that these kind of dogs make great search and rescue dogs too.
They do. They absolutely do.
Yeah, and that would have been a great gift for them. Wilba Melville, you know, has SAR, and she is, they are always looking for dogs like this. But you are absolutely right. And this is one thing that I am a little bit against dogs staying for a long time in a rescue or a shelter, because they do get a little bit upset.
They can.
You find them twisting and turning and circling, and you know, and that is not a good thing. So finding a home for a dog is the answer. Finding the proper home,
exactly,
I should say, for the dog is the answer. And you know, we are so appreciative of you taking her in. I'm so appreciative of you and Haven of Hope. Tell me about Haven of Hope.
Well, Haven of Hope is a not-for-profit canine rescue organization. We are primarily an on-site facility. But we appreciate our foster home so much because when our facility is full, which we almost 95% of the time we are, foster families can come forward and help us snag those that we might not be able to reach otherwise. And that's what's happened with Blaze. Ashley stepped up to the plate and said, hey, I'll foster her if you'll help me find a home for her. And she's been very, very good for Blaze just in a short period of time. Blaze's temperament and her personality is starting to evolve, and that's because she's getting that one-on-one attention.
Exactly,
And
the
Ashley's-
trust that she needs.
Yes, and Ashley's providing her with activities, exercise, stimulating
Yes, and
activities.
foster families are always encouraged to do that, to get the dogs out of the house, to walks, integrate the dogs with other dogs, find out who they get along well with, and dogs like people don't get along with everybody.
Exactly right.
They are very selective, but that's the important thing. Oh, folks, fostering can be a joy. I will tell you that. I have done it so many times, and so many times I have been a foster failure. But
Me too.
Which means that you end up keeping the dog. But once you get to know them and they start trusting you, it is so inspiring. So, Nancy, you had something you wanted to tell Ashley, didn't you?
Yeah, I think because Blaze shows such a great aptitude for agility, and we really want to get her into the proper home that can do things with her and keep her happy. This is a certificate for 6 weeks of lessons and 2 privates.
Nice.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you. That's great.
You're
That is
welcome.
great.
Glaciers too.
Yeah.
And for our part, Dog Talk would like to give you a year's supply of food for your dog.
That's
A1 Pet
awesome.
Emporium, you go in there when you need to restock your food, and they will give that food to you. So we are so pleased. And now I would like to present something to my friend Lori. Lori, we know what happens in rescues and shelters. We know how important it is. The girls have, what do you have there, Catherine?
Some collars.
Collars.
Oh my
Catherine has
gosh,
collars,
those are
and
awesome.
there's food, and look at what else we have.
That is awesome.
Now, we know that rescues and shelters, and rescues especially, this is a vac for you.
Oh my
we have
goodness.
3 box fans. We have got cleansers, and we've got tissue, and we've got 40 rolls of paper towel.
Oh, Pat, this is like gold to a rescue. This is awesome. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. This is why I was kind of inspiring you to bring your husband so he could help you load all these things. However, we do have friends who will help you load this.
Thank you
and
so much.
we are so grateful for everything that you do. I mean, it is just outstanding. What is your website?
Our website is havenofhoperescue.com, and we also have a Facebook page, which is Haven of Hope Rescue.
And this is so important, folks. Rescues do the thing that they should do. They will bring you in, they will let you see these dogs, they will let you take these dogs, and these dogs have been spayed and neutered, they have been trained. Lori Jones actually does train her dogs, so it's been wonderful. It really has. I get so inspirational around this kind of thing because you guys do so much that it gives the energy that is so great. Dog Talk girls, thank you so much. Tiffany Hardman, thank you so much for your help today. Thanks, everybody. Everybody, take care. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week, okay?
Dogs. We're talking about dogs. Talking about big dogs, talking about little dogs, oh yeah. Chasing the ball, chasing the cat, digging hole, thing like that. Dogs. Talking about dogs.